Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. I hope I can say that now. This is your studio MPL mentor, Rhett McDonald. I'm going to show you what's probably going to be the last card game in our quarantine card games workshop sequence. This game is called Karma. It's going to sound made up, but it's one of my favorite card games because of the freedom that you have in it and all the different ways that it can go down. So I'm going to try and make it simple, but know that if you want to learn this game, you're probably going to have to rewind a couple times. I'm gonna cover everything, I think. Okay, first let's just talk about what the cards do. Everything is its own value. Like a 3 is a 3, a 4 is a 4, a king is a king, except for two. Well, for really one card, that's the 2. The 2 is wild. The 2 is anything you want it to be. It's infinite, it's 0, it's whatever. Um, Tens count as 10, but they also clear the pile because the object that you're throwing cards in the middle. So the object is to play a card that's equal to or higher than the card on top of the pile. It goes around like that. So 2s are helpful because they're wild. 10s are helpful because they clear the pile, but they're not wild. So you can't throw a 10 on a jack. You can throw a 10 on a 9 or lower, and that'll clear the pile, and you can play again. So let's see the setup. Everyone starts with 9 cards, but these cards stay untouched until you are out of your hand and this deck is gone. So you gotta keep a minimum of 3 cards in your hand at all times. And say you get rid of your 3rd card, like playing it, you draw. But if you have more than 3 cards in your hand, you don't draw. This is only to replenish. So once you've gone through this deck, let's say we've gone through it all, because you know the gist. I'm playing. Well, I wouldn't play that. That would clear by itself. So if you throw a 10 on nothing, it clears and you just play again. It makes more sense to throw a 10 on a pile of cards to get to also clear out. Know that just like the 10, 4 cards for the same card on top of each other cleared the pile. So if I play 3 7s and you play the 4th, you clear whatever's on the pile and you get to play again. Or if I play all 4 7s, I clear the pile and get to play again. So the deck is gone. Say we've gone through the deck and we're trying to play out our last 3 cards each to get to our floor cards. And you know pretty much all the rules. If you can't match or exceed the card on the top of the pile and you don't have a wild 2, you have to pick up the pile. But you can always pick up the pile, even if it's just 1 card or 30 cards. You can pick up the pile if you want at any time. Say that it's just got some cards that you want, like high cards. High cards are good because this is a high card game. So let's just show our hands. They've got a 5 8 6. I've got a 5 10 jack. So what I would do, I would throw my 5 because it's the lowest. They're going to throw their 5. Now I've got my 10. I clear it. I play my jack. And now I'm out of cards. They know that my next play is going to come from here. They cannot beat it. They've got an 8 6 in their hand. They can't go to their floor cards yet because they still have this. So they got to pick up. Now I would play my lowest, which is the 7, because the 2 can play on anything. So save that. And they can't play their 6. So they play one of their aces. And then I play the 2, then they play the 6, then I play the king, then they play the ace, and now it's back to me, and I've just got to blindly pick. It's a 4, and it cannot be beat. That's okay. So now I've picked up everything, and they can throw one of their cards. Queen. I'll match it with a king. They got to pick up with the 5, so that leaves me free to play. Now they're back in their hand. They play 5. I play a 6. They play a queen. I play a king. And they have 1 card left. Now if this tops the king, they win. It's a 3. It doesn't. So we're still in. And basically you just play down till someone runs out of cards. So notice when they picked up that mystery card but it didn't play, they had to put it in their hand with the pile they picked up. So give it a try. That's pretty much it. Karma's a great game, and again, do rewind because there's just a lot of things about this game, like the picking up at any time and the four of a kind clearing it. There's just a few things that are easily forgotten. But yeah, enjoy it.